Hi, I'm Kevin from the Creative Strategy team. In this video, I'll share some tips on how to use Pinterest to build awareness for your business. Before we dive in, let's take a little refresher on how Pinterest works. Pinners take a journey when they use Pinterest. First, they discover an idea for something they want to do, whether it's dinner recipes, family vacations, even pet adoptions. Next, they consider different options. And then finally, they eventually do it. And while pins should always be helpful, beautiful, and actionable, there are certain things you can do to cater your pins to the right people at the right time. If your goal is to build awareness, then you'll want to focus on that discovery part of the pinner journey. Here, the goal is to have people consider your idea. Take, for example, this pin. With a focus on the image and an inquisitive text overlay, it's designed to get pinners thinking about adopting a pet. Now, pinners may not take the time to always read your description, so you want to make sure that the image can stand on its own. Steer clear from images that feel user-generated or ones that are too busy. You might also want to try lifestyle images. For people who are in the just looking phase, these kinds of images can be more effective attention grabbers than just plain product shots. If it isn't clear from the image alone what a pin is about or the idea that the pin represents, you can add a text overlay to give the pin more context. This can be especially useful when pinners are browsing quickly. Now, descriptions. You want to use the description to address any obstacles and help people picture themselves doing what your pin conveys. So for example, if it's a recipe that looks hard, use the description to tell them it only takes 30 minutes. Pinterest is organized into columns, so vertical pins are going to take up more space in the feed, and they're more likely to get noticed, particularly on mobile devices, which is where most people use Pinterest. People also love to discover new things on Pinterest. If there's an element of novelty or newness to your pin, make that clear to get more people to consider the idea. Finally, remember that your brand stands for something, so find a way to incorporate that into the pin. Often the best way to do this is by including the product or packaging in the photo itself, but sometimes that isn't doable, and in those cases, a tasteful logo watermark works fine too. Remember to use these tips as suggestions and not necessarily as a checklist. You may not want to always use every tactic, but we hope that this video helps you think through when you should. To learn more about driving engagement and increasing clicks, be sure to check out our other videos in the series too.